1 mage, 1 goal, 1 destiny. To reach level 60 and become a master of World of Warcraft. Over the past 6 months, I've been playing classic World of Warcraft for the first time ever. I'm not allowed to use any leveling guides, and I'm narrating my way through the entire experience. In my relatively short time playing through this classic MMO, if there's one thing I've learned, it's that I really suck at this game. So join me on this journey as I pursue my World of Warcraft dream and make a complete idiot of myself along the way. In this episode, we pick up exactly where we left off in the haunted region of Duskwood, giving aid to the Night Watch and running errands for a totally innocent and well-intentioned old relative of mine. As always, a huge shout out to my Patreons for supporting the channel throughout this creative work. I am truly honored and greatly appreciate your generosity. If you'd like to become a part of the Patreon family, be sure to click on the link listed in the description below. Now without further ado, let's hop back into the story. Abercrombie the Hermit, my ex-brother-in-law, also a popular clothing brand that saw its peak in the early 2000s. The last time we spoke, he asked me for a favor, to bring him some ghost hair thread so that he can string it along his doorway to keep out unwanted spirits, which I am 100% confident that is exactly what he will use it for. I mean, he's never given me any reason not to trust him, well, apart from abandoning my sister along with the 3 children refusing to pay child support. But that's beside the point. And look, he even pays me for my services. See, what a nice guy. Thank you, kind sir. He then follows it up by asking if I could retrieve for him a certain liquor called zombie juice. Planning on throwing a little party, eh? Perfect. I'll bring some crab cakes. Wait, I am invited, right? And please hurry, Z-Mac, these nights get cold and I need that drink to put fire in my veins again. Well, alrighty then, wouldn't want old Abercrombie freezing to death out here. Now since I'm already over here by the Ravenhill Cemetery, I figure I might as well take the opportunity to complete the quest for the commander and kill a bunch of these skeletal fiends and horrors, which wouldn't have taken long at all except for the fact that there are like 3 times as many horrors as there are fiends. So I just keep running around blasting away at the mobs until after about 30 minutes or so, I finally reach 15 of each enemy type. Nice. Now that we've slaughtered an entire village worth of fiends and horrors, I think that now is a good time to sit down and read through that book we found on Sven's farm. And I've found the perfect spot, right on top of this dead skeleton's rib cage. Ah yes, that's quite comfortable. It even has a slight cushion to it. Alright, instead of me reading through the entire thing, I figured that's probably going to be a little bit boring for you guys. And we can't have that now, can we? So here's a quick summary of what it says. An unknown person found a cursed scythe in Roland's Doom. Don't ask me where that is because I have no idea. That seems to have transformed Duskwood from a previously mild region, more similar to Northshire, into the terror that we see today. More specifically, this individual was actually responsible for unleashing the Worgen into Duskwood. No, stop it, I'm trying to read here. And while most of their companions were killed, they made it out alive and hid in Sven's barn for a few days. Alright, so I learned quite a bit of information from that. First, a little bit about the lore of Duskwood and the backstory of the Worgen. Second, I'm pretty sure this answers a previous question I asked about the Scythe of Elune, or at least a part of it. Third, I feel pretty confident that I know who this unknown person is since it mentions them getting their nickname from being quick to flinch from jabs and leap free of pitfalls. And last but not least, I might actually be wrong about Sven, since the journal mentions that the family were actually kind, decent folk. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Anyways, I then Hearthstone back to Darkshire to grab a bottle of zombie juice from Taverkeep Smith's, and of course, he needs me to gather some rot blossoms to make his brew. Oh, and guess where I can find them? Inside the skulls of these skeletal horrors and fiends that I just spent the last 30 minutes farming. Yep, Well, let's go turn in the Night Watch quest to Althea, and she's grateful for my help, but the Night Watch is not done with me yet. She needs me to go hunt down some plague spreaders. The quest is showing up as orange, so not sure if I'm going to be able to do this one, but either way, looks like I'm headed back to Raven Hill. Let's just group up some of these mobs real quick and unlimited power. No, but seriously, it's quite satisfying being able to round up a bunch of these mobs and take them down with ease. Oh my gosh, dude. I can't loot a rot blossom to save my life. But wait a second, I think this is my first ever blue weapon drop. Nice. I can't use it, but still. And there we go. It took me another 30 minutes farming those skeletons to get the 8 out of 8 rot blossoms, but we got it. So I returned to Tavern Keep Smith's, hand him the rot blossoms. He tells me he'll put in a good word for me with the commander, hands me a bottle of zombie juice, and then says, and be careful with this stuff. It's strong enough to raise the dead. Ah, come on, you're messing with me. This stuff will be perfect for Abercrombie's Rager this weekend, and I, for one, am looking forward to it. And now, a word from today's sponsor. Are you tired of wearing that same old Start-A-Zone gear? Tired of walking around the city of Stormwind and hearing someone yell out, "Hey, your outfit sucks"? Well, you're in luck, my friend. I've got just what you're looking for. Introducing ZMAC Republic, a brand new, independently owned clothing shop opening up right here in the city of Stormwind. Not only is every single item handcrafted with the highest quality of materials, but you'll also look super cool while wearing it. Everyone will be jealous of you and your new clothes. We've got simple linen pants, we've got white linen shirts, you name it, and there's about a 10% chance that we can make it for you. But that's not all. As of this very moment, we are offering new ZMAC Republic customers for a limited time the deal of a lifetime. Buy one, get one free for our top selling items. And if you call right now, we'll even throw in a free woolen bag at no extra charge. That's right, no extra charge. So come on down to ZMAC Republic to get your new drip on. And remember, we've got it 10% of the time, every time. Yeah, so as you can see, I started working on the tailoring profession. Once I had decided that I wanted to go with tailoring, I began saving up all the linen and wool cloth that I came across. And thankfully, I had saved up enough to just fly through the first 100 levels or so. I think I ended up at 125 or something like that, which to my surprise actually allowed me to make some pretty decent gear. And I successfully sold a good amount of the woolen gloves and pants. But silk cloth is a totally different story. I haven't been looting much silk at all, which seems to directly correlate with the level of mobs that I'm killing, so I'm not able to progress the profession much further as of right now. That's alright though, the tailoring was a fun little break from my typical exploration and questing. I'll definitely come back to it at some point once I've acquired more of the silk cloth. Anyways, where was I? Oh, that's right, Abercrombie's Rager. And what better way to pregame for the party than to run around killing a bunch of Worgen? Really gets the adrenaline going, if you know what I mean. So I finished killing 12 out of 12 Nightbane Dark Runners, turned in the quest to Kalar, and oh boy, he has another task for me. He thinks I'm now ready to take on the toughest Worgen infested in the woods, the Vile Fangs and the Tainted ones. Oh yeah, you better believe I'm ready for it. Who does this guy think he's talking to? I'm like in the top 1,000 mages of Azeroth. Maybe. Oh look, I'm back at Raven Hill. Gotta bring Abercrombie his liquor. Haha, told you guys the heavy woolen pants are one of my top selling items. Nice. I need that zombie juice to keep me warm on these cold, dark nights. Wait, so you're not actually throwing a party? Dang it. Remy 2 times is going to be very disappointed. 1,000 thanks, ZMAC. You warm an old man's heart with your with your kindness. Oh, Abercrombie, always the jokester, aren't you? Gotta love this guy. Anything else I can get for you? He then asks if I can grab him some ghoul ribs so that he can make some sort of effigy, kind of like a scarecrow for ghouls. As a matter of fact, that will actually work out perfectly since I was already planning on taking an evening stroll through the catacombs. I need to hunt down some plague spreaders for the commander, so I knock out 2 birds with 1 stone, eliminating 20 out of 20 plague spreaders while also collecting all of the ghoul ribs needed for the effigy quest. Return to Abercrombie, hand him the ribs to complete the quest, reach level 28, and unbelievable. A bunch of ogres were bullying Abercrombie the other day when he was innocently trying to collect some herbs. He says he was forced to run and left behind a crate of precious tools and herbs. Well, if there's one thing I simply cannot stand, it's bullying. Just tell me where they're at and I'll bring back some of their heads for you. Oh, you just want the tools and herbs back? Well, how am I supposed to know that? Everyone else in Azeroth is always asking me to bring back decapitated heads for them. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to return that book to Sven. The one about the cursed site, the lore about Duskwood, and the Worgen. Yeah, let's go turn that in. That shadowy figure I saw was a witness to my family's death. About that. I feel like I owe you an apology, you know, for laughing about your family dying and all. There are questions I'd like to ask that man. If only I knew who he was. I think I might have an idea about that. But Sven responds with, I don't want speculation, I need to know for sure. Take the book you found and show it to the townsfolk in Darkshire to see if they can help. Okie dokie. So I head back to Darkshire, turn in the Night Watch quest to the commander, acquire a nice little gunny sack. What is a gunny sack? Wait, that's it? No more quests to go and kill other monsters? Did I do something wrong? Please, Althea, I'm sorry. Give me another chance. Alright, let's see if any of these townsfolk know anything about this shadowy figure, even though I'm 99% positive it's going to be Jitters. We'll start with the child slave owner. She tells us the original owner of this book is not a native of Darkshire, but the book itself was purchased here. Okay, who would be selling books around here? What about the clerk? Oh yeah, baby, level 99 detective skills right here. Ah yes, I sold this book a month ago to a shady person. He didn't tell me his name, but he was a nervous, jittery chap. I knew it. You might want to expand your search to the inn. No, I think that's all the information that I search the inn. Okay, geez, I'll go search the inn. Oh, baby, look at all these items that have sold. Mom, check it out. I'm rich. Okay, Tavern Keep Smith says he remembers the book and owner, blah, blah, blah. We already know that it's Jitters. All right, time to go solve this mystery.